This is the first ever 1794 edition Sequoia, and this is actually my first Sequoia review. I borrowed this SUV from Karl Malone Toyota here in Draper, Utah. It is available for sale. Let's go ahead and check out the wind sticker so you guys can see options and features on this build. At the very top is the description, and this is the magnetic gray metallic paint too. And then this is just a short listing of the standard equipment. Be sure to pause it to see more. And then here are all the options. So this one has the power extending running boards, 10-inch color heads-up display, connected services. Also this one has the roof crossbars, door edge guard. Destination comes in at $1945 with a total price of $84,535. And here are the Philly comment numbers. The 1794 is going to slot right between the Platinum and the TRD Pro in terms of pricing. Now if you don't know, this is basically the cowboy SUV. So you're going to get some chrome on the exterior, you're going to get that saddle interior, and it looks really good. They also give you the premium lighting with this trim level, so you have the quad beam LED headlights. These are amazing. If you do a lot of night driving, highly recommend the Sequoia for you. Has the sequential turn signals, and this looks to be a functional grille right here, but this is definitely functional right here. You can kind of see it goes through the wheel well. They have front parking sensors, fog lights are right there, and they give you this black trimming on the bottom too. It looks pretty good. And what are the thoughts on this grille? Personally, I like it. It's like a satin finish, so it's not chrome, and it's not too busy too. Sometimes these manufacturers get a little crazy on their grills. They do have the active grille shutters for aerodynamics, front camera, so you know it's going to have the 360 camera view, adaptive cruise control. It's right there. And then here's that hood. And then on this side, you might be able to see the headlights a little bit better. Yeah, they did a great job designing these. And here is the suspension. So you have a double wishbone, which is something that Toyota's been doing for a long time. I want to say the first Sequoia had double wishbone front suspension as well. Coilover setup, huge sway bar. So this is going to handle well. It's going to have really good comfort because of the double wishbone as well. And then here are the tires too. These are the Bridgestone Dueler tires, which are pretty popular. 20-inch wheel, 6-lug, 4-piston brakes. And if you care to see the tire size, it's a 265/60/20, and it has 2,469 pounds of capacity, 44 psi max for the tire. They do provide a fabric material for that liner. And when you scoot back, they do paint the fender flares. I love the fact that they do that. Sometimes they'll do like an off color like black or like a gray, but I guess this one's gray, so that's why the fender flares are gray, so maybe that's why. But nevertheless, great looking SUV. And as I said, when you get the 1794, you get the chrome. Now if you don't want this chrome, you can always get that platinum trim. Here's one of your badges. They do black out the A-pillar right there. Black trimming around the mirrors with your turn signal, blind spot monitoring, and I'm sure these are heated too. They only give you smart key system on the front doors, but you can see here more chrome with black accent. And then here's that 1794 badge. And you probably can't even tell, but this does have the power to the pulpit running boards as you saw on the window sticker also. Mud flaps, but here they are. They're really hidden, and I like that. And they're pretty like thin too. So yes, like that. Now if you step up here, you can see that they give you a satin finish on these roof rails. And then you have the crossbars right there. Twin panel moonroof. And when you close the doors, they have a nice sound to them. Multi-link rear suspension. And here's where you're gonna fill up at. You probably have to push a button to open this though. Yep, it's this one right here. You push that button, and then this opens up. Looks like you can use regular fuel for this one. No E85 obviously. 22.5 gallon fuel tank. And then out back, you have more of that painted black trimming down below. See, other manufacturers don't paint that trimming, and I like it better painted. It just makes a $85,000 SUV look a lot nicer. Full LED taillights, more chrome. They do hide that hitch as well. And there's a button right here. When you push it, it does open this rear glass. If I remember correctly, didn't the old Sequoias, like the 2007 models, didn't the glass come down? I want to say the 2010 models might have done the same thing. I just can't remember off the top of my head. Parking sensors, obviously. You have your camera here. And there's another camera somewhere back here for the rear view mirror. I don't know where it's at though. Let's go ahead and open this up. They have the animations out back. They do give you a light right there for your trailer if you're hooking up. Oh, I like this. This is nice. So they give you this tray here that comes out. So if you want to put it up one level, you can do that. I like that. Now, I will say, there's not a ton of storage back here per se, but this might actually help organize and maybe put some luggages top and bottom. Really good design back here. You can power these seats too. Oh man, you don't even have to hold it. So we have a Lexus LX600, and then granted it's a premium, you have to go to a luxury, so the seats go down automatically without holding it. But yes, Sequoia costs what, 15, almost 20 grand less, and they already have that option, so that's nice. They give you a 120 volt power plug back here. And what's this? Well, I can't open it because of this, but yeah, that's probably hiding some electronic stuff there. But if you push again, both seats will come up. Yeah, I like that. And they give you the all-weather floor mats on the back of the seat, so when they're down, they're protected. And here's just a view of that, stepping back some too. But yeah, all in all, this is really nicely done. It doesn't seem like you have any storage below here, but they give you some tie downs. And if you want to put this down again, they do have this button here. You can see that LED light right there. And then here's just a side view. Now, unfortunately, if you don't want the hybrid system, you don't have a choice because Toyota says you got to get it. And that's okay because 437 horsepower and 583 pound-feet of torque is big numbers, especially when GM's 6.2 liter in the Yukon is only at 420 horsepower and it only has 460 pound-feet of torque. But in order to get those fuel numbers, you gotta burn premium fuel. Now, I'm not sure if that's the case for the Toyota, but this does have a 10-speed transmission, deep gears, 331 axle ratio out back. So if you do a lot of highway driving, you're gonna get pretty close to those fuel economy numbers, if not a little bit better, depending on how you drive in your, obviously the roads you drive on. But all in all, direct and port injection, aluminum construction. I think this is one of the best on the market. The only thing I don't like about this engine is they do give you the fake engine noises, and I just prefer them not to do that. I'd rather them just let the engine sound the way it sounds, and down the road we'll all get used to it. So here's the inside of the interior. Now, before we get started, I want to show you guys the door edge guard. It's right here. And this is going to protect if you fling your door open by mistake. But yeah, they did a great job with the Tundra, and of course that interior migrated over to the Sequoia. So soft touch up here, you have some stitching. They give you like this silver trimming right there, more of that saddle color. All this is soft touch, and then you have this nice wood trim, and this is real wood because you can feel how porous it is. They give you seat memories, auto up and down for front and rear windows. I don't understand why manufacturers just don't do that, especially when you cross over to $60,000. You should just get that, more of that silver or satin finish on the door handle. Yeah, they did a great job. Now there is noticeably a lot of hard plastic on the door too, especially down below. They give you some LED lights there. And then here are your seating controls. So you have a 14-way seat because they do give you a thigh support right here. I love that. That is including the lumbar because it does go up and down. And these seats do have the massager. So you have massagers for $20, $25. power steering column, and they do give you a grab handle on both sides. The black headliner looks great with this interior, but look how wide that bottom seat cushion is. That is a big seat cushion for a big butt. I'm just saying, if you are a little bit wider, you're gonna love these seats, and they're soft too. Even the back support is very wide. They give you this like grayish accent. Love the perforated leather design. Let's go ahead and check out the passenger side. On this side, they don't give you the thigh support, but you still have a 12-way seat, which is really nice to see. And down below, there are your floor mats. They give you that removable carpet, and they're all weather. On the dash, more of that tan leather, big wood trim piece. Now, you want to be picky. They did put a lot of hard plastics on that dash. And then up here, they did give you some soft leather. 12-volt power plug is right there. Now on the side here, they give you some leather wrapping, more of that silver trimming right here. And then you can see that center console. They do have that as well. All this is finished in wood. But yeah, great job Toyota on the overall fit and finish of this interior. I think the biggest selling point on this is the seats. These seats are super soft. Out back, they give you the curtains. I talk about this a lot when I do SUV reviews. Again, I know the windows are tinted, but when you do have smaller kids, or if your parents are riding with you, they don't want the sun in their face, it just gives you a nice added benefit in the rear. All soft touch materials here. The seats back in the second row, you have the captain's chairs. And again, look how wide the seat cushions are. They did a great job on the Sequoia. See, a lot of people asking, why didn't I get the Sequoia over the Lexus? And I guess for us, we don't really need an SUV this big. And this thing is big. They have heated and ventilated seats in second row. And they have the 120-volt power plug. They give you a Type A and a Type C USB down below too. You have 3-zone climate control. And then in the center here, you just have some cup holders. And let's see, do these seats slide forward? I don't think they do. They do obviously recline, but they don't slide forward and back, which that's an advantage for the American brand. Now in the third row, look at how much space you have. This is definitely bigger than the competition. Oh my goodness, I'm getting way too old to do this. But you have 2 cup holders. They give you a Type C USB. All this is hard plastic. And do you guys see that? I don't think I've ever seen that before. They give you the curtains back here too. That's super nice. And you can recline the seats in the rear too. They go back a little bit. That will affect some of your cargo, but nevertheless, you can at least recline the seats to give people sitting back here more comfort. But wow, like this is pretty big. Now this seat does sit low, so your legs go into your stomach. But 3 across, so this is a 7-passenger because you have the captain's chairs. Let's go ahead and jump back over to the driver's seat. The one thing I want you to take away from this video is how big the Sequoia is. I have the seat all the way back. I'm 6'1", I'm mostly legs. And wow, I could come up some if I wanted to. This might be a little too far back. And notice how easy it is for me to show you with my camera all these controls. So they do give you some lighting here that you can turn on and off. Looks like that's for the rear. Auto high beams, you can pop that field door open like I showed you earlier. This is for your screen for your gauge cluster, odometer, and trip. Parking sensors, you can disable your power deployable running boards. Heated seat buttons right here, 120-volt power plug. Here are all the controls on the steering wheel, so you can control that screen. And then you have your adaptive cruise control, and then this is for your audio. Perforated leather on the steering wheel, 14-inch display. Push button start is right here. Trailer brake. Heated and ventilated seats, dual climate control up front obviously. And they give you a Type A USB. Wireless charger for your phone. And this cover hides your cup holders. You also have a cup holder down here. I don't normally show the key, but I figure I'll show it to you now. So here's the key. Same old key you've seen for the Tundras if you have one. You have more USBs right there. Looks like you have a coin holder in here too. And they have this cover right here. Now obviously all this opens up. Now let's go ahead and go up to the roof here. You can see you have that 4K camera for your rearview mirror. This also has your home link. And this is how you control that sunroof. You have your sunglasses holder right there. You can pop that rear hatch. They have mood lights for this too. And they have lighting for your vanity on both sides. And on this screen here, I did change the display on this side so you can see more information. They don't give you numbers, but that's okay. But overall, I like what Toyota has done for this side here. I mean, they did a great job with this screen. I like the black background. It's easy to see, it's easy to read. You have your compass in here. Your audio can be controlled inside of here, your trailering, all your safety features. If you want to disable them, you can do that here. And then if you have any messages, they'll pop up on this side. But yeah, all in all, I think that you can't beat this SUV. Now, here's something that I use on the way here. So you have your seating controls, right? If you want to turn on your seat massagers, you can power them on. You have 5 different settings for it. You have 5 levels of intensity. And just below here, you have your caution light, traction control. You have all your camera systems here. I think Toyota is doing a really good job with this system. If you put it in reverse, this is what you're going to see. And they have tons of things you can look at too. These are always good for parking. If you suck at parking, this will help a ton. So let's see, I'm going to go ahead and pull over here. And you can see we are almost perfectly matched. And you still have the 360 camera letting you know that you might be getting too close to things up front. So yes, you can park it perfectly. And this also has the hold function. So if you're at a stoplight, you can take your foot off the brake. Electronic parking brakes right there. And then multiple drive modes. So they have Eco, Normal, and Sport. And it looks like it only just does things with the engine and transmission. No suspension upgrades happen with Sport mode with that drive mode there. So yeah, you have your four-wheel drive system. I would like to see four-wheel drive auto, so hopefully in the future we see that from Toyota. Here are the numbers on the door. Gross axle weight rating out front is going to be 4,080 pounds. The rear is 4,410 pounds. And gross vehicle weight rating is going to be 7,595 pounds. The wheels are going to be 20 by 8 wide, and all-in payload is 1,290 pounds. You guys see the tire pressure. Now that 1,290 pounds, you have to deduct 33 pounds here because of the accessories that were added. I hope you guys liked the video. This is definitely a home run from Toyota. I think for the price point, I know some people are going to complain, oh, I think it's so expensive. It is. I get it. It is expensive. But when you look at what you're getting in this package, the size, the comfort, the massage seats, which weren't available last year, I think that this is a really good contender. And Sequoias are not mass produced like Yukons, Expeditions, Tahoes. You don't see as much of these, so I feel as though you'll get better value down the road if you go to trade it in. If you are in the market, be sure to reach out to Karl Malone Toyota. Hopefully in the future I'll have a chance to drive one, but I don't have the time today, unfortunately. So yeah, be sure to subscribe to the channel and you will see a notification pop up if you would like to see me drive one. See you guys soon.